Good morning students. Now let's start with the next exercise of inverse trigonometric functions. For this we have some of the new formulas, that is the first one is sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Tangent inverse x plus cot inverse x is again equal to pi by 2, and last is the secant inverse x plus cosecant inverse x is equal to pi by 2, and you have to learn it directly. Now, some more important formulas are, first is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y, that is tangent inverse x plus y whole divided by 1 minus xy. And if there is in place of plus negative sign means tangent inverse x minus tangent inverse y, then the result is tangent inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy, means you will replace each positive and negative with opposite sign. Now next formula means next relation is between sine inverse x plus sine inverse y. The formula is sine inverse into x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square. And one more, that is the relation between cos. That is cos inverse x plus cos inverse y. That is cos inverse x multiply y minus. In case of cos, if there is plus in the result, there is minus, and if there is minus in the question, then we will apply plus in the result, means under root 1 minus x square and 1 minus y square. These are some of the important results. Now, I am discussing, means I am deriving one of the result out of 3. That is tangent inverse x plus tangent inverse y is equal to x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Now, we know one formula that you had learned in the 11th class. The formula is tangent A plus B, that is equal to tangent A plus tangent B whole divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. Now, but in this year, that is in the 12th class, in place of direct trigonometry, we have to change this trigonometry into the inverse trigonometric function. Means in place of tangent A, we want here inverse trigonometry. Now I am replacing tangent A with x and again tangent B with y. Now, if tangent A is equal to x means angle A is equal to tan inverse x and angle B is equal to tan inverse y. Now, let's evaluate the formula. From question, tangent of A plus B is equal to, what is tan A? That is x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Now, A plus B is equal to, I am shifting the tangent from here to here. That is tangent inverse, you know how to shift, then 1 minus xy. Now, what is the value of A and B? The value of A is tangent inverse x plus value of B is tangent inverse y is equal to tangent inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Let's relate this formula with the first one result. This is the evaluation or how to calculate the formula, that is tangent inverse x plus tangent inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Now, rest of the formula you will derive by yourself. Rest means one formula is between sin inverse x plus cos sin inverse y, and second formula for cos inverse x plus cos inverse y. Now, let's start with the question. You have to remember all the 6 formulas. 3 formulae between pi by 2, pi by 2, pi by 2, and rest of the 3 formula are between tan inverse x and y, sin inverse x and y, cos inverse x and y. Now, let's solve 1 or 2 examples for these questions. The first question is That is, in your book, the question number 10, that is the B part. The question is tangent inverse 1 plus tangent inverse 2 plus tangent inverse 3 is equal to pi by 2. Is equal to only pi, not pi by 2. Now, what we want to do here in the question, there are two types of question. One is you have to prove. In proof means we will solve left hand side result is equal to right hand side result. In place of proof, if there is any evaluation or simplification means we will solve the value of any variable that is used in the question. If any variable means if there is x or y in the question, then you will find the value of x or y or any other angle. But that value will find only in that case if there is question that solve the question. In place of solving, there is a question that is the proof. Proof means we have to show the result of left hand side is equal to the result of right hand side. Now, let's start the proving. Now, let us consider the left hand side of the question. What is the left hand side in the question? Tan inverse 1 plus tan inverse 2 plus tan inverse 3. Now, we had learned the formula that tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. The relation is between only the two tangents, not for the T3. Here again, we are considering the two tangents, that is these two. That depend on you what you want to select. I am selecting first two. It depends on you that you want to select this and this, that is right. Now, what is the formula for tan inverse A plus tan inverse B? The formula is tangent inverse A plus B whole divided by 1 minus A multiply B means 1 multiply 2. I am writing here 1 multiply 2. The result is tangent inverse 3 upon minus 1 plus tangent inverse 3. Again, tangent inverse minus 3 plus tangent inverse 3. The formula is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Now, I am writing here tangent inverse 3 minus tangent inverse 3. Tan inverse A minus tan inverse B. The formula is tangent inverse A minus B 1 plus A multiply B. Now, tangent inverse 0 upon something, that is again equal to 0 or pi. That depends upon the result. If there is pi in the result, you will write it equal to pi, and if there is 0, and you will write it here at 0, that is equal to right hand side of the question. This is the method how to solve the trigonometries, that is the inverse trigonometries. If there are two, then we will apply the formula for two trigonometries, and if there are three trigonometries in the question, firstly we will solve any two, and result of any two comes up in the single trigonometry, and again compile this trigonometry with left of the third one trigonometry. Now, again apply the formula for two results, that is the same formula as the previous one. Now, let's evaluate one more question, that is for the 2 tan inverse 1 upon 2 tangent inverse 1 upon 2 plus tangent inverse 1 upon 7 is equal to tangent inverse 31 upon 7. Now, what's the difference between this question and the previous one question? In this question, the coefficient of this tangent is 1, but the coefficient of this tangent is not 1. Now, if coefficient is in place of 1, 2, we have one more formula, that is 2 tangent inverse x is equal to tangent inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square. And I am applying this formula in this question. What is the formula? 2 tan inverse x. In place of 2 tan inverse x, here 2 tan inverse 1 by 2. Firstly, apply the formula only this part. That is tangent inverse 2 into 1 by 2 whole divided by 1 by 2 ka whole square, and there is no change in the next part, that is tangent 1 upon 7. Now this will cancel and I am solving this part. Tangent inverse 4 upon 3 plus tangent inverse 1 upon 7. Now next is same as the previous one. Tangent inverse A plus tan inverse B. What is the relation between tan inverse A plus tan inverse B? Tangent inverse 4 upon 3 plus 1 upon 7 whole divided by 1 minus 4 upon 3 multiply 1 by 7. Now let's evaluate again. Tangent inverse 7 4 is 28, 3 1 is 3 whole divided by 28 minus 4. 21 minus 4, not 28. And here the LCM is 21, here again LCM is 21, this will cancel out. The result is tangent inverse 28 plus 3, 31 upon 70. And this is equal to right hand side. This is the end of the question. Now, we have discussed only about the relations between tangent. If the coefficient of tangents are 1, then we will apply the formula between the two tangent trigonometry. And if the coefficient of tangent is 2, there is one more important formula for coefficient 2. That is 2 tan inverse x is equal to, this is the formula. And if there is a coefficient 3 in place of 2, there is no formula. Then how will you write if there is coefficient 3 in place of 2? Suppose the question is 3 tan inverse x. We had a formula for tangent inverse x plus something another trigonometry, and 2 tangent inverse x, and one more result, that is if there is 3 tan inverse, 4 tan inverse and 5 tan inverse. If there is 3 tan inverse, I am writing here as 2 tangent inverse x plus tangent inverse x, and we know the formula for this. And next is the same step as the previous one. You should break the coefficients of the trigonometry and write the trigonometry into two parts and apply the previous formula. Now we have two more results between the sine and cos. Now I am solving the question for the sine or cos, that is for the sine. Cos inverse 12 upon 13 plus sine inverse 3 upon 5 is equal to sine inverse 56 upon 65. Again, the question is prove the left hand side is equal to right hand side. If you check the formula, we had done some of the minutes before that the relation is between sine and sine, cos and cos, tan and tan. If in the question there are different types of trigonometry, the first step is that we will convert the trigonometries into the same type. That depends on you, that you want to convert cos into sine or sine into cos. There are sine and only one cos. So I am changing only cos. If you want to change the sine, then there are sine and sine. You have to change both signs. Now how will you convert the cos into sine? For converting the cos into the sine, I am taking the right angle triangle and apply the Pythagoras theorem. Cos means base upon hypotenuse and find the perpendicular, that is the 5. Now I am writing cos in the form of sine, like sine inverse 5 upon 13 plus sine inverse 3 upon 5. This is the left hand side. Now sine inverse A plus sine inverse B. What's the formula? Sine inverse A under root 1 minus B square plus B under root 1 minus A square. Now solve this part. How to solve? Sine inverse 5 upon 13 under root 25 minus 9 16 upon 25 means 4 upon 5 plus 3 upon 5 minus 12 upon 13. Take the LCM. Sine inverse 20 upon 65 plus 36 upon 65. The result is sine inverse 56 upon 65. This is equal to right hand side. These are some of the method to solve, means to prove the question that is right hand side is equal to left hand side. But we have to keep one step in mind that all the trigonometries are in the same form. All the trigonometries are in the same form means if there is one in the sign, second in the sign, then third one must be in the sign. If the third one is not in the sign form, then convert this trigonometry into the sign. How will we convert it? By using the Pythagoras theorem, that is the Pandit Badri Prasad. By converting this, all the trigonometries are in the same form. If the trigonometries are in the same form, we will apply the formula that is we had done at the starting of the lecture. And the next method for the result between cos and cos, that is again the same steps for solving the question.